Not necessarily. I'm the guy that has the very slow computer, so I haven't been able to do much. I mean, I did do building and stuff, but I haven't been able to progress much because of, the slowness of the computer. So it takes me forever to do certain things in the world, and it's just discouraging. Not because of you guys, it's just my computer. It's old. But once I do get, I'm gonna be, purchasing a mini mech here. So once I get that, then definitely, I'll be putting in a lot more work because I have a lot of ideas that I want to do, not only for myself but for, like, projects that I'm in and stuff like that, and want to integrate all the stuff that you guys are doing. Like I think it's pretty cool stuff, man.
But usually, can you build anything, or
Say again.
I was about if usually you build anything, or if it doesn't even open for you in your computer.
Oh no, yeah, I've built two different worlds already. It's just getting through.
Great.
Yeah, getting through all the steps and adding stuff, and then going from editing back to play and seeing if it works. Like that process is just taking me forever. So, um, I have added a few in a meeting with Gabriel. A couple days ago, and he was able to show me a
Hmm.
few tips. So I'll be applying those tips within the next couple of days. Once I get a little bit more time. So, but yeah, no, I like it. The one question I did have, the same way that you guys have counters in the game, is there going to be a way to add that into what we're doing?
Not
Like,
yet. Like the
not yet. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, the pop like when we started creating this for Rogues was exactly to have a place to test it, stress test it, and then merging it to anitya server after the Rogues experiences.
Gotcha.
But in a while, we will have also a counter system, a timer system, pub creator, all that in our live server.
Nice.
In the second workshop, I showed how to do some uh, like the feeling of creating a collectionable system by adding a show hide and audio together to like create this idea that you're collecting an item. You
Hmm.
can check there, and I can also show again if that's the case. Also, for you, you're saying that you're facing some issues with the. Let me share my screen in Nietzsche with performance issues, right? Because of your computer.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All
Okay.
right.
So there are some things that you might want to do. First of all, uh, one of the most important things is that maybe you want to use the word in the builder and the player as well in the low resolution. I don't know if you're already doing it.
Yes, actually, yes. Yep, I got that one in the low.
Okay, nice. And a second thing that you might want to do, like let me open Sketchfab here to find some assets. Uh, I think in the first workshop I also talked about it, how to find very optimized assets, and I can do it again. But this is a very nice marketplace for 3D. I don't know if you're aware of. Uh, you can find a bunch of free and very nice 3D assets, and for experiences that you wanna have a very, very, very uh, like a good performance for low end machines. I think it's nice to search for uh, game ready assets. This is one of the key uh, sentences that you can use to find some very nice assets that are already optimized for games. Not all are gonna be, but a few are gonna be already optimized for games. Second thing that you
Mm-hmm.
can find in here, every time that you see this downloadable button is because it's a free model. If you see this dollar
You gotta pay.
icon, then yeah,
Okay.
then you gotta pay. But you can also search for example, PSX models, and those are the most optimized ones that you will find ever, because those are meant to be like for very low end machines. So, for
Gotcha.
example, if I open this one in here, anyone like this one in here, all those vegetations, you have like less than 1,000 triangles, which is like almost no triangles. Like it's so little and very short
Got.
amount of polygons in here. And
Hmm.
you also have a very undersized texture. Like usually 128 pixels texture is
So
less
yeah,
than
super small. Yeah.
1024. Yeah. So like in every PSX asset that you will find will come with those configurations. There are something in Anitya that Noel was facing this issue that uh, Anitya Builder is applying like a filter that is smoothing this pixel art stuff, but so you're not gonna have exactly this PSX resolution where the texture is very pixelized like that.
Hmm.
You find it a little bit more blurred in Anitya,
Okay.
but as an asset finder to make a nice experience for you that will run way better in machine, even than the default Anitya assets. Like all default Anitya assets are heavier than those that I'm showing. So you might want
Oh
to
wow.
come to Sketchfab and use those PSX assets for you. Also, you can always search
Gotcha.
for low poly, for example, is another key.
Yeah, that's what I had searched for last time. Low poly. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Low poly is fine, but like PSX are low poly by default. And you can also find collections. So look at this 186 free PSX models. They are probably this collection, they're all free. And then you can maybe use it to create your experience. It's gonna have a style, a clear style. This PSX style. Sometimes it's not exactly what you want, but it's
Yeah.
definitely the most optimized type of asset that you can use for your building experience.
Gotcha, gotcha. And as far as like in the computer itself, is there because like for example, I lowered my graphics a little bit. Like I went from the highest graphic to the lower, to one lower, not all the way lowest. But is there anything else within, one's computer that you can optimize? Whether it be, some type of something that has to do with like how the RAM is being used or something. I mean, I'm not sure.
I know that Chrome. I'm not sure exactly how this works. I will need to ask for someone that is more aware about it than me. But I
Okay.
know that in here there is this. I should put in English, but if you come to the settings, there is this third one, fourth one,
Mm-hmm.
which will
Desempeño.
be
Mm-hmm.
performance. Yeah, performance here. And this session here is about the usage of the RAM memory. And this is
Oh, okay, I see it. Yeah,
yeah.
memoria moderada. Okay, yeah, yeah, I see
Where
it.
are you from, man?
Uruguay.
Ah, you're from Uruguay. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
nice. Yeah, in here the session about memory usage,
Hmm.
some ways to load the pages, so
Okay, yeah, I'll check that
this
out.
might
Okay, yeah,
help
yeah, yeah.
you. Yeah, because I know Chrome has a RAM limitation. Usually, Chrome doesn't allow your computer to use more than 2.5 gigabytes of RAM memory. Sometimes
Mm,
3 gigabytes, uh, and sometimes you want it to use more because so. And then I know that you can disable limit that Chrome puts for us.
that makes sense. Yeah, and I actually, and this will be my last thing. And I actually, because yesterday I put in a ticket into for anitya, because when I was at by the second, no, by the third monk, I was I was jumping on the barrel, and I think because of like my very slow frame rate,
Oh, the
like it was like moving
collision
like.
was
Yeah, I ended up going through it and into the floor, and I was just like, "How did I end up in here?"
we
So
need
yeah, I need to fix
look,
that.
we are aware that we have some issues with this sending the information for the server and bringing back the information in time, especially for low FPS people.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I was like, "How did I
this
end up?"
can
I
happen.
never ended up in there, and all of a sudden I was just like, "Well, I can't get out." I had to reset the whole thing.
No, this can happen, yeah. But
Yeah, yeah.
fortunately, we are actually aware of that, and actually, Rogue's treasure hunt really improved our awareness of all the multiplayer issues or these tracking systems and stuff like that. And
Nice.
I'm pretty sure that for the next updates, not next one, but next ones, we will improve all those systems. I see that I have three questions. Mike, how we switch to low resolution on the editor? Here, Mike, when you open the builder, also you can do it on the player. If you see, there is this full screen button in here, and next to it there is the settings button. In the settings button, there are two things that you might want to do. In here, you can turn on the automatic UI scale, and then it will change the scale of the UI. For me, it keeps the same, but depending on your computer, not. But Oh, okay. Now it works. In here, you can change the UI scale. So sometimes it's too big and you want to have more screen space. So you can always decrease it. And also you can increase or decrease the graphics quality resolution. One thing that you might want to know about is that, let me put any asset, uh, this bed might do the job. I just want to show how the shadows are. Okay, okay, okay. Now let me bring this vase to put up in the bed. Nice. So just to show you how our shadows work here for the different resolutions. In the skybox, you have the directional light, right? And you can always turn on the shadow. And as you can see the shadow in here. Let me put zero energy in the skybox so you can clearly see the shadows from the directional light. And as you can see in the medium graphics, you will see this very rasterized shadow. The edges are not very sharp. In the high graphics, you will see a way better shadow. Uh, and like so everything is sharper, and you also have this little smooth in the edges, but it's not very pixelized actually. It's a way better shadow quality. And the low graphic, you have no shadows. So if you want to build stuff in low graphics, uh, just be aware that you will have the light is working. You can turn around and see like where the light is facing, but you don't have the real-time shadows rendering. And that's actually what makes the low graphic quality the better for low-end computers, because calculating real-time shadows usually has a very high cost. So that's it. Let me see if you guys have more questions. In the If there is an option to disable blur tag, okay, Noel, there is. We already researched it, and we are aware of this issue. Uh, well, I'm pretty sure you all know that Anitya uses Godot as a engine to build on top of, and they have this automatic filter in the textures when you upload anything actually. and we are trying to understand how can we not necessarily use it, but sometimes it's good to use it for some types of textures. So what we are currently doing for next year is creating also a place in the editor where you can edit the materials, like a material editor, let's say like that. So first of all, you don't need to disable these. You can see the icon. Okay, okay. Do you know how to do this? Oh, those are all about the low resolution. So about hello Pedro, nice to have you here. Uh, this today it's a Q&A session focused on everyone's project. So you guys are making the hackathon projects now, and I wonder if any of you are having specific doubts in the projects that you are making, something that you guys want to achieve, or some type of gamification that you would like us to explain better, anything related to that. I would really like to hear from you all. More doubts, bring more doubts, even like those feature requests for the future, like if you want to open the mic also, this last session is for you all to feel free to uh, communicate the doubts and feelings about the tool. I'm saying that because we already covered in the first workshop the basics, the uploading, the AI usage in Anitya. In the second workshop, we covered all the trigger system to create collections, to create audio interactions, play embedded animation. And in the third workshop, we walk through all the Anitya components. Uh, so today are more doubts focused. It's more about you guys asking anything you want to know about Anitya. I see Mike is typing. If you want to turn on your microphone, Mike, you can always do it. It's not a problem. Keeps freezing up on the editor mode. The size of my assets. What else could be the cause? Okay. Uh, are you using objects with animations? First of all, Mike, yes or no? Yeah. Okay. So we figured it out actually recently that this is happening, especially when you duplicate objects that has animation. This was happening with my crocodiles in the second workshop where I showed the gamification that you need to pass in the river full of crocodiles. And actually animations, they are very how can I say? They have a high cost, not only for performance, but I think like RAM usage and CPU and whatever. I'm not sure exactly why, but we need to figure it out how to better optimize the embedded animation, especially not the move rotate scale. Those that are native from Onitsha, they're fine, but and this is not only in Onitsha. Okay, any web app that you use, you will find that animation might be a bottleneck in your project, especially if you have a bunch of yeah, a bunch of animated assets. So this is something that we are also tackling. Uh, it's good that you are bringing that up. It's improving the way that we pull push assets from the server and displaying, and also we know that we might want to add also an animation optimizer that decreases or increases the frame rate of the animation depending on the computer of the person who is actually using. So this is something that we need to figure it out from for the future. But thanks for the tip. One tip is that if you don't make the animation autoplay and loop in the editor, you can have more duplications before it freezes. I already made that test. If they are all playing together, 4 or 5 crocodiles started freezing the app for me. If not, I could put 8, 9 crocodiles and then it stopped. So maybe you wanna leave all the animations on hold, and only when you go to play you put them to autoplay. Another thing that you might want to do to prevent the animation from playing in the builder by not toggling the autoplay, but you still want to play when it starts, then this is not ideal, okay? This is just if it's freezing a lot for you. But you could put the trigger to be the starting point, and then you put one shot. Uh, you like, let me show. Like I think I have animated assets in here. Wait, what? Pink shrub, whatever. Update. I'm pretty sure I do have animated assets in here. Okay, this one. So okay, this was a crocodile I was actually using before. Let me increase it here. And like, I know that if you want it to be constantly playing, then you need to come here and toggle loop and autoplay, right? But then it starts playing the builder, and then you might experience these freezing issues because of a lot of animated assets stacked one top of the other. So if you don't want it to be playing the builder because it's lagging for you, and this is only if it's lagging for you. If your machine it's fine and it's not you're not facing any lags, then you don't need to do it. But if it's lagging for you, you can always untoggle autoplay. You can toggle loop, and it will stop, and then you can put the starting point as the trigger entity. So this is basically saying that you will start playing when you start the experience. And then you just put one shot, or every time you enter here it will restart, and this will make it this is actually going to work the same way as the loop and autoplay. One thing that you also need to do is to make local, or less it will only play for the first person that enters the scene. This is a way to keep the animation stopped, still play and loop when you enter in the experience. This is a workaround. We know that is not the ideal gamifying dynamic, but is a way that uh, it will make your computer feel less stressed in the editor mode. Okay, so but again, this tip is especially for people who has low-end machines, and you don't want the animation to keep playing in the builder all the time because it's decreasing your FPS or it's freezing your editor. Then you can always select the loop, but put the starting point as the trigger, and then it will play, it will loop, but it won't be playing in the editor, and you will have more RAM memory space to use. Can the person streaming please increase the quality of the stream, of course. I thought it was already in the good quality. Let me. Uh, well, in here appears to be the better quality. Maybe it's an internet issue, but if you see it in here, let me share. Oh, not me. Ah, the YouTube videos. Okay. I'm not sure how. Okay. So a lot of people entering now. Just to say it again, this workshop today is focused on your doubts. Everyone that has a doubt, that want to ask anything about anitya, it can be related to the tool, it can be related to new ideas, it can be related to bugs that you're all finding, to difficulties that you're all finding, but also to feature requests. If there is something that you think that would be nice to have in the future, like we have this hour for you all to exchange all that knowledge with me. So everyone who is entering now, if you are expecting a class, like a niche course, let's say like that, you can watch the previous workshops in the YouTube. We have workshop 1, 2, and 3, and they are all focused on the building step by step, divided in 3 different categories. And today is focused on taking out all the doubts and hearing out what you think about Anitya by the end. So, anyone else has a question? Nobody asked it. Oh, I have this problem on invisible wall collision. I don't. No, 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 Noel. It's not on you. It's not on you. Uh, on the last update that we uploaded, we actually broke the collider asset. This is the asset in here, collision, right? And it is actually, it was not working in the live. I'm not sure if Conrado already fixed it. Can try it out now, but I think that it's still uh, not working. But nothing wrong with what you're doing. Actually, you can leave these colliders in there. Yeah, not working. You can leave the. Oh, it is working again. Do you see, Noel, in here? So they already updated this fix. Okay, you can leave the colliders that you created in there because they're working again. If it's not working for you, what I would suggest is to clear the cache because it might be displaying some legacy cache from the previous version. Okay, it fixed it. Nice, 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 guys. Very good to know. Okay, anyone else has any doubt? Anything that you want to share? If you want to share the project that you are doing for the hackathon, at least the idea, or if you want to ask if is it possible to make something like that, uh, we're here to help. Nice, nice. exactly. Um, Coiny West, I see you from Monkey Bears. You were in the. Was you participating in the treasure hunt? Was
Yeah,
this
I've been participating. Yep.
okay? And how did you find the OK Bears word?
Oh man, I loved it. I like the attention to detail. I think my favorite part was all the interactive bears and characters you guys added in there. I thought that was pretty cool.
Nice. I can show the pipeline that we used to create those bears. It was all AI, pretty much, and but this is a nice thing to show actually. This is something that I could show to you all. Like first of all, let me open up here actually uh, in the Google Drive. Oh no, I cannot show you guys this folder because it has future treasure hunt words. So for a one second, I will stop sharing here. So basically, we had all these pictures and arts from the bears actually. So in here we have I think it's the concepts. No, it's in the references. Yeah, we had, let me share again. We had all those. I can even make one from scratch now. Like we have all those references here from the bears, as you can see. And then what we did for the creation of the NPCs was like those were those are example for like for example like let me print here, and then we just actually ask it ChatGPT, or you can do it with any image to uh, actually any image AI creator, but I use it ChatGPT, and I don't know, we ask it create a 3D character in a pose. No, actually create a character a or T pose to become 3D model. I think that I'm not a very like high level prompter, but I feel that this is very important when you are creating 3D NPCs from images like that. Uh, those informations are very important. The ART pose is very important because if you wanna animate it, then you need to be on those poses, or else it's gonna be very hard to create the bonds. And I feel that this is very important for the AI because they already have pipelines for 3D asset creation. So character based is there and style. In the articles become an animated 3D model. Uh, I think I also should have said a full body character because sometimes they cut off the feet. But and then back there created this experience. The Anitya didn't have the AI generator. Oh my god, experienced an error. So we used triple AI actually, but now Anitya has its own AI generation. So you should be able to do some pretty nice things in Anitya. But if you come here, basically this was the bear that Triple created from the image that ChatGPT gave me from this bear in here. So in here, in I don't know 5 minutes, we already had something to work with, and then created other bears. I started for a polar bear, for a suited bear, for uh, like this guy in here, for example, that works in the construction. This is the T-pose. Okay, guys, I don't know if you are all aware. When I ask to be in A or T-pose, it's basically to be like that. Then I can create the bonds using symmetry. So to create the animations, now you could actually use a bunch of AIs to do it. Back there creating, I only used Mixamo. It's this Adobe tool. Actually, for you all, this might be very nice. Let me log in here with the Google account. For you all, this might be very nice because in Mixamo you can find a bunch of characters. They're for free. So they have all those characters with a bunch of different styles as well. And you can attach a lot of different animations for those characters, like a lot. And if you want to upload a character, you can also do it. You can come here and you need to upload one of those three model types. Usually I use FBX for that. So when you are downloading your character, you need to remind to use FBX. And then once you're in here, let me search for one of those uh, OK Bears ones. Rocks, OK Bears, City, here is. Okay, here I have some bears. The thing is that I think they are still on FBX maybe, but let me try. Bear construction. So yeah, if you upload your character in here that you created using the AI, it's usually, yeah, here it is. Then you need to put like in the front view. This is all using AI tools with no animation knowledge. Okay, guys, this is very nice. Like this tool allows you to do it with no animation or 3D knowledge if you don't have it. This is AI to generate the image, AI to generate the asset from the image, and now very front-ended, nice looking tool to create the rigging, to create the bonds. So they ask to put the wrists in here, the chin is in here, the elbow, we can put it like here and put the wrist a little bit in the front, the knees, and the groin, which is right in here. So we want no fingers. This means less bones. You see the standard skeleton has 65 bones. We want like less bones. And after that, you just need to wait a little bit. And unfortunately, the FBX comes without the texture, and you need to apply the texture in any program after. This is the only part of this whole pipeline where I needed to open a 3D software at all. It was to apply the texture after having the animation. But beside that, I didn't use any other 3D software to do anything. It was all AI prompting and user-friendly tools like this one. So as you can see, we already have the base in here animated, and we can basically select which animation we want. This is a pipeline that you all can use for your projects. Now, if I download this uh, bear in here, I just downloaded, I can open it in Blender and apply the texture. So as I said, unfortunately, this is the part where you need to use a 3D tool for that. But maybe there are even places in web where you can do it, to be honest. But if I come here and import my FBX that I just created using AI, hip hop dancing, here it is, my guy. And let me, now you need to, the texture of this bear came in triple. I'm going to bring it from my files here because I already know where it is. But when you download from triple, you will find the texture together with the asset. So you don't need to create it again. You just need to map the texture to the object. So now, which one was my construction bear out of this? This one, yeah, this one. So this guy in here has this material, construction, and then I just need to apply the same material to this guy. And then I have my bear. And now it's very easy. You just need to basically export it in GLB, which is I need to select everything, which is the format that Anitya allows you to use. Construction there. I'm exporting it to the GLB format. Okay. And then let me share my Google Chrome again. I can already upload to Anitya. You see, guys, oh my god, what? What? Wait, I think I did something wrong. File, export, GLTF, construction bear, visible collision. No, doesn't apply modifier. Export. Now in here. Okay. Uh, okay. It worked. It's uploading. Now I have it in here. It uploaded. And here we are. Our bear happily dancing and everything. So yeah, this is the pipeline in 10 minutes, guys. 10 minutes. 10 minutes. You can create an NPC using this AI pipeline. The hardest part is putting the texture after bringing from Mixamo, but I'm pretty sure that you can find websites that does it. Just like how I use Blender, I never search it for other tools to do it, but I can make this research and share with you all, so you don't need to open any 3D software. But 10 minutes, guys, 10 minutes to make an NPC with animation using only uh, AI creation. I know that this isn't this one, and just because I ended up selecting another one, but I have this one also. It was the first one I created, and is the one that is listening to the music. But okay, maybe someone else has another question. On the OKB award, use the blackout line. Does it double your poly count? Yes. Unfortunately, it's not a shader. It's actually a mesh with backface culling in the material. This is very 3D making. Like I can show how to do it even with this bear. Basically, but this is now like more 3D knowledge. Let me first of all merge all these meshes. merge by distance, and then I can use this smooth shading and clear. So as you can see now, like this part in here is too much technical work, but basically you need to double your, you need to duplicate your character, okay, and then you need to uh, create a texture that has the backface coding in the camera. That means that it only shows the part that is not facing that the, oh my god, how can I explain it? The backface coding makes like every face in here that you can have, that you see, has a normal, which is where this face is pointing to. So it has the front part and the back part. The back face coding, it's going to hide the back face, the back. And now what I need to do is basically to, oh my god, where is my, yeah, this one is basically I need to say that my front face will be the inside face. That's why I cannot see it anymore. Basically, I said that the front face is now turning to inside and the back face is turning to outside of the character. And then I can apply a displacement modifier. No, this is a decimate. I can apply a displace modifier, yeah, like that. And if I use just a little, it will create this outline uh, feeling that you are all seeing in the Oki Bears word. I could make it a little bit more so it's more visible, but then, oh yeah, so it creates this outline, very useful. It works with the animation. It has this very nice style. It's more cartoony. Also, those anime games also use it a lot. So it's a very nice technique. And when you upload it like that, it will work in anitya, the backface coding. I use it in everything in the OKBears world. Everything, every single thing has something like that. And what I was doing to not increase a lot the poly count was decimating only the outline. So the outline has a little bit of a more uh, optimized mesh than the original mesh inside. So this is the way that I do the outlines. This is now outside Anitya. This is very technical 3D stuff. Every time you guys also need tips on that, I'm here to help. Anything else? Noel, is your doubt answered now? That's the thing that gave me issue before. Okay. So if no one has any more doubts, we can wrap this up. But I would really uh, like to hear from you all, like at least a few feature requests. Like if you would like to have one thing in Anitya that Anitya doesn't have, what would be? Could you put it on the chat at least for us to see? And then I can even say which ones we are already working on and the others. I tried before but gave up because of the polygon amount. Yeah, Noel, it increases the poly count. But for like this asset, they had 5,000 polygons, then 10,000 polygons for an asset. It's not a lot, so it's fine. Even if it doubles, it's not a lot. Like now, this one has 8,000 triangles. It's fine. So I see two people are typing. Again, if you want to type, One thing that you would like to see in anitya in the near future, one multiple state for the move rotate scale, working on it. This is like we already have the version for the to test. I already tested, okay, and this is on the way to go, okay. This is on the way to go. More than two asset states. What do you mean by that, Monster? Oh, event manager. Yeah, how Noel said, the multiple states is related to the event manager that we are creating. Basically, we are creating a node system so you can have a overview of your gamification, and you don't need to go to each asset to assign triggers and stuff like that. But we want to create this. We are currently creating the step where you will node wrangling all your gamification. You'll connect, oh, if this happens, this should happen, and this will make everything way easier to gamify. Control the player location and state, sitting, standing. Very nice, Jim. We wanna improve our character controller. It's not on the short term pipeline now, but it's a conversation that we are currently having. So we will make some improvements in the future on the lobby. We want to create more spaces for you guys to have like a profile where you can share your words and stuff like that. But in the future, character controller is something that we will tackle. We know that's not the best, and not only that, but also word management, where you can control the speed of the avatar for everyone, or if your experience is in first person or third person, stuff like that. We want to have the word management as well, like the settings that only the owner of the word can set up for everyone's else experience. But this is nice. It's very important for us to hear from you, even if we already are tackling those issues, or if we are going to tackle in the future. It's important that we are aware of what you want, because the users are the actually center of Anitya for us. More than just GLB. Yeah, I know. I also suffer needing to convert every time. But thank you for this feedback. Also, we want to have like FBX, OBJ in a near future as well. This one maybe even before the character controller improvements. But be aware, everyone, that even having those things to improve, we can already do a bunch of stuff in Anitya. You guys are seeing all the rogues words that we are building, and you guys are also building. And we are like every time we are constantly updating, constantly improving. So I really believe that it's a matter of time to attack everything that you guys are saying. What about custom characters like the one used in past session, like something four-legged? Well, this is Monster, a little bit harder for us. I can tell you why. Uh, it's because we use Ready Player Me integration in the characters, and the good thing is that Ready Player Me fits the metaverse idea that it's interoperable. A lot of tools uses. So in ideally in the future, you could have one character to be able to all this metaverse ideation, but only that provide a nice setup settings for the characters. What we want to have is maybe to create your own character instead of choosing those randoms in there. But like four-legged characters, stuff like that. Nice to know. Nice to know that people want that. Nice to know. It's something that I will report right after the meeting, and let's see what happens. Control which embedded animation to play. Jim, this is attached to the event manager that we are building. Okay, but I also tracked the same issue. Now, Anitya is very objective. Like you have two states. You have one animation that can be played. If you need to play another one, you have to duplicate the asset. So also controlling not only which embedded animation, but also playing animation and pausing animation. Sometimes you want an animation to stop and freezes in the frame that is stopped instead of coming back to frame one. All that we will cover in the event manager that we are currently building. So don't worry. All this gamification system that we use right now, it's going to become obsolete in the near future to give space, to open the space for a way better one. Okay, I think that it's already 1 hour of session, and I want to thank you all a lot for participating to come here and see all the webinar and participating on the others as well. I see a lot of people here already participated on others, and you can find the step-by-step forward building in YouTube. Everything about Anitya is in there, and I see that some people already having meetings with Gabriel. You can either have meeting with Gabriel or meetings with me. There is the book a support session channel here in Discord with the link to my calendar, and you can always book 30 minutes of session to learn how to build. And beside that, just thank you all again. See the videos, build words. We wanna be impressed with everyone's work, and that's why we're here. Okay. Thank you all. Bye bye.